50 years, oil made the US dollar untouchable. But now, Saudi Arabia has walked away. This is part 2 of the Dollar Collapse series, and it changes everything. In 1974, a secret deal between the US and Saudi Arabia changed the world forever. The US promised military protection. In return, Saudi Arabia agreed to sell oil only in dollars, forcing every country in the world to hold dollars just to buy energy. That deal created the Petrodollar system, and it gave America unmatched global power. But in 2024, that system quietly began to fall apart. After nearly 50 years, Saudi Arabia chose not to renew the Petrodollar agreement. The news didn't make big headlines, but its impact is massive. For the first time in decades, Saudi Arabia is now selling oil in currencies other than the US dollar, including the Chinese yuan, Indian rupee, and even euros. This signals a historic shift. The world's top oil exporter is now moving away from the dollar. Why does this matter? Because energy is the foundation of every economy. If oil is no longer priced exclusively in dollars, demand for the dollar drops. And when that happens, its value weakens, fast. Imagine what happens when countries no longer need to store trillions in US treasuries just to buy oil. They'll start selling those treasuries, and the US loses its ability to borrow endlessly. China, India, and Russia are already buying oil from Saudi Arabia using their own currencies. BRICS nations are building new trade networks that completely bypass the dollar. This is no longer theory, it's happening now. And the US can't stop it because it no longer controls the world's energy supply. To make it worse, the US is now a debtor nation with $34 trillion in debt. If the world loses faith in the dollar and no longer needs it for oil, America faces inflation, rising interest rates, and declining global influence. So ask yourself, if the petrodollar dies, what's holding the US dollar up? In part 3, we'll expose how China is using debt, gold, and silent strategy to wage financial war against the US, and how it affects your money directly. The petrodollar was America's secret weapon. Now it's gone. Hit like and subscribe to Investing Bloom to catch part 3 of the Dollar Collapse series.